Well, tonight we hear from both attorneys in the case of a young woman accusing a Dalton police officer of sexual harassment and assault.
Karen Aguilar has both sides of this story.
This story goes back nearly 3 years. A Dalton Police Department intern went on ride-alongs with then-officer Pugh. Nearly a year later, she came forward and claimed he sexually harassed her and sexually assaulted her. Pugh resigned from the force. The GBI began an investigation, as well as the Whitfield County Sheriff's Office. He was arrested last week.
This has been extremely difficult for Mr. Pugh and, more importantly, his family. None of her claims have been substantiated. There's no corroborating evidence.
Attorney Christopher Rhodes says the civil suit filed against his client claims he forced a department intern to perform sex acts during ride-alongs in the summer of 2019. Pugh faces a number of charges, including violation of oath by a public officer, aggravated sexual battery, and public indecency.
Dalton PD's own investigation noted that many of the allegations that have been against my client have been exaggerated. As we said, many of the claims that she's brought already, they have been dismissed.
The plaintiff brought claims against the police chief, Cliff Kaysen, in the city of Dalton, saying they knew defendant Pugh was a repeat offender of DPD's policy on harassment and discrimination in the workplace, yet still allowed the young woman to go on ride-alongs. All claims against Kaysen were dismissed. The central claim regarding sex discrimination against the city remains.
My client ended up doing a ride-along with former Officer Pugh, despite him having been found to have violated the sexual harassment policies of the department previously. In allowing that to happen, the city violated my client's constitutional and civil rights to be free of a workplace that has sexual harassment.
Pugh's attorney questions why it took the victim a year to come forward if it were true.
Like many other victims who have been subjected to sexual harassment in the workplace, it's an ordeal that can often come with great shame and a reluctance to tell their story publicly and seek justice.
Rhodes says the plaintiff had hoped to make a career out of law enforcement. No trial date has been set at this time. Reporting live in the studio, Karen Aguilar, Local 3 News.